Hey guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today we're going to be talking about an anime series that has stolen my heart this summer anime season. It's called Atri My Dear Moments. A long time ago, there was a manga series and a brief anime adaptation for a show called Aqua and Aria, which took place in a futuristic Venice and followed the life of cute girls as gondoliers. And when I was in high school, there was a show called Nagi no Asukara, which followed a group of characters who lived under the sea. And they had a lot of emotional beats in that show that I really liked. The romance I really loved, and I just cried a lot in that show in general. That show's like one of my favorites. So when I first saw the PV for Atri My Dear Moments, I really got a sense of fresh ocean vibes, and that's basically related to the setup of the show. Atri My Dear Moments takes place in a world where the ocean levels, for some unknown reason, have risen up and engulfed a lot of the land that people can live on. So people are sort of like migrating around, and for people who live on islands, it's especially dangerous that the ocean levels have risen so much. So most of the people who live on this specific island have already left, except for a couple of characters, which we're gonna see in the show. Our main character is Natsuki, who has some backstory trauma related to like caves or like underwater or small spaces, and he basically hangs around there to try and figure out what his grandmother was like researching. He unearths a cute girl robot that his grandmother had left behind for him. She is Atri, who is kind of the namesake of the show. What I liked about the show is that Atri is just a really genuine, bubbly, and like sweet character. I put her on my list of best girls of the season in my previous vlog, and I really feel like she drives the show forward and keeps me coming back on a week-to-week basis. The show basically follows Atri and Natsuki's journey on the island as Atri tries to figure out her missing memories and also try to fit herself into Natsuki's life because Natsuki is her new master. As well, there are other characters on the show who have decided to stay there for their own personal reasons. And also, like, living on the island is just stressful because there are scarce resources. Most people have left, and when they leave, they just like pillage and take all the resources and items with them. So the kids that are left on the island, they have to like figure out how to find food, get electricity set up, and just like survive on their own, which is like kind of crazy for me. I feel like outside of an anime context, this would like never happen. There's just like limited adults, and basically like everything is run by these like teenagers and kids. So what I thought really attractive about the show is that it deals with the concept of like AI. And I know that the original visual novel kind of explores the trope of human falling in love with like AI robot. I just feel like Atri's portrayal of humanity, even though she's a robot, touches on a lot of like important things that we're kind of talking about in like the news and in our like current world today. Whenever we think about like AI and robots, we always think that they're going to evolve to a point where they will like take over humanity, enslave us, kill us all. But when you look at Atri, I really feel like she has this inherent want to help her master and help people around her. And I feel like this gives us a very positive interpretation of like the AI topic. It also brings up another really interesting issue that I've actually talked a lot about in my class recently. And I've seen it in some video games too. Like for example, in Fallout 4, humans are coexisting with synths, who are the AIs in that world. And this question gets brought up of, should we treat synths or AI as human if they have human-like characteristics? There are some synths in Fallout 4 that don't even know that they're actually robots. They just think they're human because they're so advanced and they've been programmed with so many human characteristics. For Atri has a lot of reactions, a lot of like emotions, and just a lot of like dialogue that mimics real humans. And in that sense, I thought it was really interesting that she's sort of like integrated into the group as like a little girl rather than just as a robot helper. There was a really interesting scene in one of the early episodes of Atri where everyone was like sharing food, and I was thinking, oh my god, the food is so scarce. They're so lucky that they found like good food that they were able to like eat together and have this special occasion, and they still shared the food with Atri. But in like a post-apocalyptic world when resources are scarce, scarce. Wouldn't you think to hoard the food for humans rather than sharing it with robots? Yes, Atri can eat because she's a very advanced designed robot, but she doesn't actually need food to survive. So I thought it was really interesting that eating with Atri kind of created this communal sense of friendship, and they kind of like integrated her into the group that way. As for a couple other reasons to keep watching the show, the first one would be Atri and Natsuki's interactions. I find it really cute. I feel like Atri is very outgoing with her emotions, but Natsuki is very like closed off, even though he's human. So I feel like both of them can find some sort of like emotional, special connection that way. And I feel like Atri is going to be a big part of how Natsuki sorts through his issues. The second reason is the mystery of Atri. In the anime so far, we've only seen like some hints of Atri's backstory, and a lot of the show is very slice of life based, so you don't really get to explore Atri's struggle with amnesia, and she also doesn't seem that concerned about it either. The third reason is I want to know why the world is drowning in water, and I want to know if there are like other secrets that Natsuki's grandmother has left for him. Also, I feel like Atri is just like really cute and really refreshing to follow in the show, so that's another reason that I've been like hanging around to like watch this show on a weekly basis. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I definitely encourage you guys to check out Atri My Dear Moments this season. There are so many shows that are releasing, and it's really hard to like check all of them out. But I feel like this one is really worth taking the time to watch at least like 3 episodes. And also, I know that the visual novel is very emotional, and if you're interested in visual novels, you like playing those games, I would highly recommend you check those out as well. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more from me, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!